lucky to have, you know, not only brothers, but a dad that also loves what I do, you know. Thanks to him, we got involved in this crazy lifestyle of action sports. My dad always, you know, always rode BMX as a kid. You know, he got into motocross, he raced the Baja, he did drag racing. You know, there was always like adrenaline involved in our family. So at the young age, you know, my older brother David and I started racing. You know, I think I was 4 or 5 years old, and so I think it's such a treat, man, to really wake up and go cycling with my brothers and my family whenever I'm home, whenever I can, you know, and I'm never riding alone, which is something super cool. And to have the opportunity to travel the world and do what I love to do every day, like as a job, you know, and to motivate my family and to show them nothing's impossible is even a bigger scale of blessings, you know. I think it's something my dad dreamt about as a kid, you know, to do, and now we get to do it all together, which is probably such an insane feeling for him. So yeah, really hyped. I mean, throughout my whole life, my dad was like my mechanic. You know, he not only worked on our wheels, you know, but he helped me like set up my brakes every contest before the contest, new cables so they wouldn't rip, you know, and go out of our ways to like really try to have the best bikes, you know. And I was very lucky to have friends in the city I'm from that were supporting me with, like, you know, local flow, you know, and local bike shops that were like really going out of the way to, like, you know, help this kid's dream out, you know, and my brothers as well. You know, it's not cheap, so it was always such a blessing and such a treat to have like my dad, you know, be so involved, you know, and like him taking us and driving us hours to go ride like good skate parks and go to contests and jams, and always working on our bikes and helping us like really be on it with our bikes. You know, he said you have to be your own mechanic to be a great athlete, you know, and it was always so cool to have him there at contest. And most of the time you see those, you know, race dads, you know, where they're so strict on their kids and want their kids to win so bad that they take away all the fun, you know. And my dad was always the opposite. He was always telling us to have a good time and enjoy it, and walking away healthy was always like something my mom always told us too. So having good bikes was always like, you know, key, you know, and being one with your bike and knowing exactly what's wrong with your bike and what you could fix to make it better and make you that much of a better rider. So I think, yeah, that's crucial, knowing how to work on your bike when you don't have the tools or you don't have extra parts. So that's always something that I learned from my dad. Now he gets bummed. He says we don't need him because he taught us so well. So I think my dad did his job as a dad to teach us correctly. So. I think, yeah, definitely Simple Session 2013 was one of the events that, like you said, boosted my career and really threw me into that bubble of the dudes that were killing it and the guys that I was looking up to, you know. And thanks to that win, you know, Mongoose approached me to ride on their team, which is a huge blessing, you know, a dream come true for not only me, but my dad. And just that whole weekend was unforgettable for me. You know, it was one of the biggest contests that I had assisted to. It was just a good time in general. That there was no pressure, no stress, and it was, like I said, just good times. And so when I won that event, like, there was a bunch of magazines that started coming out, like videos, like, and all these crazy like interviews, you know, that like as a kid you see them, you know, and you fan out to them, you know, and now there's people that don't even know about BMX that just knew me, you know, and now they're learning about BMX, which was also like a win-win for the sport, you know. I thought it was super awesome, you know. X Games is a contest that you dream about as a kid, you know, and you watch it on TV. I think every action sports fan knows about X Games, you know, one of the biggest action sports events in the world. Yes, I dreamt about just riding an X Games, you know, nevertheless, like winning a gold medal or winning 2 gold medals, like definitely off the bucket list, you know, and such a blessing, you know, and it motivated me so much more, you know, to want to win another one, you know, where it's like you've done it once, you can do it again. So what's stopping you? And that was a huge motivation for me. I remember 2016 when I won my first medal. It was a gold medal in BMX dirt. You know, competing against dudes like Ryan Nyquist and TJ Ellis. You know, some of my best friends were there. You know, Pat Casey. You know, and supporting each other. We're 12 of the best riders invited in that event. You know, and yeah, winning that medal and putting down the run that I wanted to do was just mind-blowing. It really was. And the year after that, I was also competing in park. And so none of the pressure was on me for park, and I was just having a good time riding park. So I ended up walking away with a gold medal in park. I just felt super good on my bike that day, and it was just fun. You know, I had my family there supporting me. I had, you know, friends that went from Arizona to Minneapolis to watch the event. We were inside of this massive stadium, the US Bank Stadium, and it's just, you know, just nostalgia. You know, you're in there and you see the stadium lights, like you hear the music, they call your name out. You know, I had the chills. Yeah, it was super special, you know, and for me to see my family there and my girlfriend there and all my friends there supporting me. They had this massive banner that said Peraza on it, and you know, I just felt at home, you know, and felt the love and I felt the support with everyone there. All my friends were riding amazing, you know, and that was a huge motivation for me, like something that I'll remember for the rest of my life, you know, and something that I can cherish and tell my kids about, my grandkids and all the kids that, you know, dream about riding that event. I think riding cement bowls like Vans Pro Cup events are my favorite. I think just the fact, like, I didn't grow up with having cement skate parks around me, so when they did build this amazing skate park 2.5 hours from my home, Chandler Bike Park, it was like, just like an explosion of like, you know, when you fall and it hurts, you know, cement is unforgiving, especially in the Arizona heat, you know, and I think riding pool coping is super cool as well, and like doing pocket airs and just like ripping around a bowl corner and keeping your momentum. It's like surfing. I think, yeah, just being able to ride like a good set of dirt jumps is also such a treat. It's very rare you find a good set of trails, like, and a good set of dudes that, you know, that are willing to join, you know, and that's something that you know, I deeply enjoy. Competitions are easier to film. I mean, obviously you get like your certain amount of hours of practice, so if you don't get anything throughout practice and you don't really film anything, and then obviously you get 2 to 3 contest runs unless you, or if you make finals and you get more, so it's like you build this little content from each trip, but I don't think it's as fun as actually going out of your way to film this video project on a setup that's in your local city or at some trail spot that just looks insane, you know, but like I said, it's finding that balance and just enjoying the moment, really, and not really having to stress about it. Some video parts are very overwhelming, very stressful, especially if you're getting kicked out by security or police, or the spot's hard to ride, or it's a hot day, or it's a cold day, or it's raining, or traffic, or whatever, you know, or having to really go out of your way to a location. Like I've gone on trips in South Africa where we've driven 3 hours to ride these insane reservoir ditches, you know, in the middle of nowhere, but it's such a mission and such a treat when you see all the content footage and photos that you produce throughout that day, you know, and like, it's definitely something special, I think, in BMX that keeps BMX like so raw. I grew up in an era where I was such a fanboy on BMX that where BMX was, you know, really open. You know, they had street courses mixed into the park courses. Dudes were doing, you know, handrails in the middle of their runs and then airing vert corridors like vert ramp, you know, and it's like, that to me is BMX, where you don't give yourself a category to yourself, you know, and I think that's what's made me so open and willing to go out of my comfort zone and do different things to stand out and to be different, you know, and I think there's a saying that I follow: if you can be a silhouette and have people know that it's you, then you're doing your job, you know? And so bringing all the classic dirt tricks that I've looked up to seeing my whole life, you know, and giving it my own style, you know, obviously like going high is always something, you know, it's an undescribable feeling. And doing technical tricks also, you know, like I said, I love BMX to a point where I wanted to learn every single trick, and now it's like I'm brakeless, 4 pegs and a free coaster, but I'm riding park events, dirt events, and street events with the same bike setup. So I feel like I found my groove. And like I said, I just enjoy what I do, man. I just play, and whatever comes out during my runs or during a video part, which is, yeah, it's crazy, man. BMX is supposed to be nothing but freedom and good time. So if I'm having fun on my bike, it's cool. So you work on a video part that takes you 3 months, you post it on YouTube, but if you don't promote it well, and you don't and you don't use your social media platforms to promote that video, then you're not going to get the response or the feedback or the support that you're thinking or hoping for, you know. And so I've definitely been learning and getting better at social media. I'm really shy, like, so I'm not doing any vlogs and holding a camera to my face. But yeah, I think it's cool that you can have like a fan base that where you can motivate kids and show them like just the simplicity of riding, you know, where a lot of people only focus on posting like gnarly riding clips, whereas then like I post like lifestyle and stuff that I want to post and things for me, you know, and it's like showing people a little bit of my life. The BMX scene has changed a lot. I think, like I said, you know, with all these different events and different styled events, you have all these different groups of dudes, and obviously it's like, it turns into like something cliquey where it's like, oh, like street riders and park riders and dirt riders like kind of like do their own thing, and obviously like you're trying to film a video project with your team, but you don't want to go to the same spots that the team from another company went to a few months back, or an old video project, you know. So it's like creativity is super important nowadays, and I feel like with that, you know, I've definitely helped myself, you know, establish my name with the style of riding that I've put out, you know. And I mean, yeah, we all have motivations and stuff, but I don't think you have to copy someone, you know, to be at their same level, you know. You're only gonna get better if you learn how to do everything and ride everything. So yeah, I think the lack of creativity or the fact that like having sponsors and being able to travel and go on events is so hard as well. Like, there's so many amazing riders that don't have big sponsors, you know, that deserve it just as much as the riders actually killing it. But with time, you know, I think the sport's growing now that it's in the Olympics as well. I think it's going to be more established on the regular view of people. So. I think BMX in the Olympics is, you know, it has its ups and downs. Like, there's people that are against it and people that love it, you know. And like I said, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. I'm gonna try and do my best and try to make it in the Olympics to represent Mexico, along with my brothers as well. I think it's on the list of things to try. You know, I don't see there any problem with trying if you think you're capable of making it. So. That's on the top of my mind as well, trying to make it in, hopefully trying to qualify my country into the top 9 spots. I mean, like I said, you can't please everyone, and some people that are so core and so raw in BMX don't want it because they're afraid that it's going to kill BMX, but it's one of those things where it's not going to change BMX, you know. BMX is still going to be BMX outside of the Olympics, so nothing to really stress about, nothing to really overthink about. I think just go with the flow, really, man. I haven't really like overthought it, so. Traveling is beautiful, man. I think it's such a great experience to travel to countries, especially where they don't speak the same language as you, or it's a completely different culture, you know. And I think that's something that we're really lucky to have in this sport, where we get to travel and make friends and create these communities and support each other from one side of the world to the other, you know. And I've met like skateboarders here in South Africa, you know. Kule, for example, is day one that I met him 4 years ago. We clicked like brothers, you know. And every time I see him, it's nothing but love and respect. And I think that's something so cool about traveling that really keeps me going. Those, you know, 2 12-hour flights that I took from Arizona to come to South Africa really pay off when you see cultures and you know, landscapes like South Africa, and just the culture, the vibe and everything, just all the love, and like how big action sports are growing throughout the world, man. Like, obviously I'd love to be home more, but I can't complain. This is a beautiful life I'm living, man. I'm definitely really blessed. Yeah, I can't thank God enough for really putting me on this path, you know, and keeping me away from all the negativity and all the hate, and yeah, just you know how it is in the world. But BMX is definitely, you know, keeping me humbled and grounded and just going, really, man. And it's something super special to me. We did a trip to South Africa, but we did Cape Town for a few days. Yeah, we did the Night Harvest contest. It was a mongoose trip. And you know, we filmed Road Street. We had Will Evans as the filmer, which he's like an absolute, you know, beast at what he does in filming. And the production and everything of that video is still like at the top of my list of favorite videos that I've been featured in. You know, especially like one of my first Rio Mongoose trips with the whole team. You know, it was so rad to just be in such an incredible view and city. You know, Cape Town is probably one of the most insane cities I've ever been to, with like the whole tour, the whole tourist tour. You know, like we hiked the mountain. You know, we swam with great white sharks. The water was 30 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it was freezing cold, but that didn't stop us. You know, and just the whole adventure and like I said, meeting people and riding events like Ultimate X and Night Harvest were just like a cherry on the top. You know, like I got to meet like all these incredible riders from this side of the world, and just create that community, man, and just like that support system, you know, which is something super cool, man. Like, I think coming to South Africa is always like on my list of things to do throughout the year, and just have to be back. Really, it's something super cool. I was always super hyper growing up, so my mom had me doing baseball. I did baseball for like 3 years. I was catcher, second base, and shortstop. And I kind of hated being on a team, so I never wore like my high socks or like never wore my cup, and they always benched me, which was kind of cool. I raced BMX until I was 13, and then obviously like BMX freestyle took over and just trying to ride as much as I could. But I did band and orchestra. I did drumline in high school for the first year, but it was like so overwhelming because I didn't want to be there. You know, it was like last thing I wanted to do was like spend another extra hours at school, you know, and I just wanted to go out and be outside and do things outside. So, but I've been slowly, you know, I've always been a fan of art, you know, and drawing and just doodling. Really, it's just something cool, like just playing with markers. And like, I'm super old school. I still write stuff down when you can write it on your notes in your phone. But yeah, just drawing is something that I really enjoy doing on my off time. I've been slowly learning how to shoot photos. That's just like another side hobby. I have my own camera, and I just take photos of like the things that catch my attention. You know, that's something that I want to get better at and just, you know, just play with more. You know, being creative, being out there and just learning, man, just learning and growing. And I think that's something that we all go through every day, trying to get rid of all these stressful and anxiety, like crazy moments that come with all of this. So. Enjoy it, really. I think if you find something that you love to do, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I think, especially in BMX, that's something that I love to do, and nothing's impossible. We all start from the same, you know. Obviously, some people have money for bikes and different financial reasons, but we all have the same dream, the same goals, and like the same love for what we pick up, you know. And I think just really enjoying it, man, and going with the flow, and learning is a part of it, but following as well. But learning how to follow is also key, you know, and finding a good group of friends that you can hang out and ride with, you know, and really be active, you know, and you know, using your time wisely is also key. I think a lot of people have a comfort zone and they're afraid to get out of their comfort zone. I think BMX has given me that, like, you know, a freedom of being open and learning and wanting to learn and be different and just standing out, you know, and don't be afraid to be different, you know. Weird is the new normal, so just do you and enjoy it, really. And like I said, yeah, it's just BMX, so nothing to stress about.